Ale's Chargers. Go.
Fresh hot ales. Fresh hot ales. Fresh hot ales. Free real estate. It's free real.
That's a lot. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, okay. Let me see something. Oh shit. Okay. Wait a minute. Let me see some. Let me see some. Let me see some. Let me see something. I need to see something. I need to say something. I need to say something. Let's see here. Okay, the chat is on. That's good. Are we back? Well. Oh, wait. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Can you hear me? One in the chat if you can hear me. One in the chat if you can hear me. Just so we are clear. Let's see. Shit. All right. I feel like Freddie Mercury at goddamn Live 885. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we are finally back. And if you were unaware, it's time to get familiar because we're not only on YouTube, we have made our illustrious return to the Hot Mic app. God damn it, we are back on Hot Mic. We are on Hot Mic once more. I know it's kind of dark on the phone, but we are back on Hot Mic once more. Oh Lord, Super Bowl Sunday. We're gonna make it fun. We're gonna stay live until the game, and then after the game, we're never gonna stop the stream. Why sleep when you could stay live through the night? No, we're not gonna do all that. But we will be live Super Bowl Sunday, and we could do ourselves a little bit of a giveaway here. Oh, wait a minute. Let me make sure. See it. Hold on, wait a minute. Yeah, I know it's the horn is going in the background. So I know the horn's going in the background. So let me turn off the doggone horn because I know that's going to get annoying. Let me turn off the horn. But we are back on Hot Mic. Let me see if the polls is going right now. Oh god damn. Where is it? Is it? Okay, let's see if all of this is here working. Gotta make sure. Beautiful. Okay. All right. First and foremost, you already know when it's the big game last year and years prior, we always did ourselves a little bit of a giveaway for the big games. So it's only right with the Super Bowl being tomorrow. Should we do a giveaway for the Super Bowl? A little bit of a cash giveaway. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Give away some money Super Bowl Sunday. What do you guys think? Chance to win. Hello, Hot Mic family. We're going to go down the list and say hello to everybody. Macho done said do it. Hey, man, I done shipped some Ocho Cinco cigars out there to Macho. Because remember when I said, what was it? It was Ed Reed because he has cigars that is coming. But I knew Ocho Cinco had some cigars out there. So I'm like, damn it, let me send some to Macho. He's a cigar smoker. So I'm glad you was able to mess around and get it in the mail. Oh, wow, the first donation done came in on Hot Mic. My man, Big Fat Paulie, we're happy you are still here, brother, said he has risen. Indeed, and it's not even Easter Sunday, goddammit. But we are back. Damn it, yeah, here we go. We're gonna do the giveaway. How much are we talking now? If I'm not mistaken, what was it? We was averaging like $250. So here's what we can do, right? We're back on, we're gonna do a Super Bowl Sunday Hot Mic Super Bowl giveaway. So we could do 3. I think if we do top 3 places. So we'll do, oh boy, let's see. It's tax season. My parents are now both retired, but my dad will be receiving his taxes. So I guess I can take his tax money and then do a little bit of a giveaway there. So how about we do first place? We can do first place gets, let's see, we could do first place $250, and then second and third place would split $125 subject to change. So we could mess around and do that. That could be something. Chuck put 2 on and said, it's time indeed. Reggie H said, who's my pick in the Super Bowl? We will do that in a little bit. ASAP Review said $50,000. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Time out, brother. $50,000. I don't even got $50,000. Where'd you get this from? I actually have a video I have to post most likely either next week or the week after, where there's a YouTube channel that did a short, and I guess they kind of chronicle what YouTubers make or whatever the case may be. And they said I've accumulated close to $600,000. Where is this money? Where is this money? They are lying to the people, making individuals think I am out here wealthy. That's not the case. Well, then again, $600,000 not really wealthy, but I'm not a 1%er. You think I'm walking around here singing EC3 theme song? I am the top 1%. That's not happening. It's ridiculous. Motherfuckers lying. Oh, PS5. Well, if this was like the past Super Bowl, now I ain't even gonna lie to you, dog. I still want to do the one last. Like, here's what I'll probably do, right? Maybe by the NBA Finals, because you got to give me time to find it. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, dog. Legitimately, I wanted to do a PS5 Xbox X giveaway for the Super Bowl, because remember, I said I was gonna do one more of that. I cannot get my hands on an Xbox or a PS5. I've lost the good luck that I had when I was able to retrieve, the PS5 and Xbox X the first 3 times. It has been brutal to try to acquire them to do a giveaway. It's not happening. I keep running into Nintendo Switches, but I don't necessarily think I want to do the whole, I'll do giveaway Switches. I don't know. I think probably it's more grandiose if it's an Xbox X and a PS5, but who knows? So there's that. But most likely if, let's say, I don't want to say by SummerSlam. SummerSlam's a while away. NBA Finals, I mean, hell, it's June versus August, but probably NBA Finals, I think maybe if I could do a larger, some sort of giveaway there. I fell out with the plug. No. I never, I legitimately was buying it from the store. But then again, I did have a connection, but then he lost all of his connections. So it's not necessarily that I fell, out of touch with the plug. I think the plug lost touch with a plug. Oh no, it's wild. It's absolutely wild. But getting your hands on consoles now is relatively difficult. Fun fact: I just bought Madden 2006 for the GameCube again because my disc got scratched. That's a different conversation. Give away a Game Boy? Shit, I need to find my Game Boy colors. It's getting ridiculous over here. Gerald put 5 on and said, remember when the NFL tried to trademark the big game? I don't remember that, but that sounds very, very familiar. Although I don't, well, then again, if it says it sounds familiar, then I would have remembered it. But I could have swore I've heard that. Now, I can't tell you the details of it, but I can't necessarily say I remember, but it sounds familiar. J-Man put 2 on said, are we doing live commentary for the Super Bowl? Of course we will be live. Black Howling. 425. Pateno said, yo, what's up, Chisel? How I been? I've been all right. I have been all right. It's been a quite stressful few days, full transparency. The unknown Adonis is back in the hospital. So that's been a little bit difficult the past few days. And then also the unchiseled Adonis, we are getting some more assessments and things of that nature, taking care of that. So these past few days, as you can see, I haven't uploaded as often as I would like. Usually I try to upload at least 5 times a week or every single day if I can. But the past few days has been a little bit difficult, but we'll be able to, get back on track. After the Super Bowl is concluded, Quincy put 2 on said, hey, Chisel, I sent you some videos on Instagram. I bet you did. Number of different people mess around and do send a shit ton of videos. So if I can get to them, I definitely will. But if I did not see it, I apologize. Now, we'll go down the list and say hello to the individuals in the chat. And, of course, we will start with Hot Mike. Toast, Jameer, Reggie H, 1998, Marquise York, Kev Lock the Beast, Jameer, Jay the Kid, Jay the 90s Kid, K-Dub, Unknown, how is it going? King Savage, Anthony White, how is it going? Olivia, Isaiah Paskins, Dakari, Don the King 33, Camarcus, Daniel, Nate the Great, Edward, C. Wags, Ravens 5220, H2O Horizon, Jeffrey, what's going on? Hey, my man on YouTube and he on Hot Mic. That's all kinds of love. Gray, how is it going? K-Dub, the Mike 201, Warriors Wire, what is that? Oh, yeah, that's right. Senju Uchiha. I done forgot the doggone name. See, it's been a while. When was the last time we was live on Hama? I think it was a damn SummerSlam. Hazard. What is going on? Packet Nation, how is it going? Now, we'll go to YouTube. We'll go back and forth. I'm going to look back and forth. Jaron Ifro? Is that Ifro? Jaron Ifro? I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Nova XI. How is it going? Damn, there's a whole lot of Fly Eagles Fly. Macho in the building. Denzel. Elijah, Talik, Sylvester, Goofy Goober, Anthony, Randy Squared, Martellus, Kai Knott, KT Chris, Jabbar, Black Panther, Big EA, hashtag Truth. Hey, man, how's it going? Hashtag Truth. Hope all things have been well. Nyko, J-Dog, Denisha. Jeff's also there on YouTube, too. Jeff said, what's up on both apps? Hazard put 2 on and said, we back, motherfuckers. Yeah, yes, indeed. Frilly. Ang. Vaughn. Pyro. MGI. Yash. It's Jinx. Tom the Simp. What's going on? I hope you're not still simping, Tom. Come on now. Oh, the new Linkin Park. Yeah, yep, I did see that. The new Linkin Park song. If you guys, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. I got a little emotional. I ain't tear up because I'm gangster. But hearing Chester's voice again, man, touch my soul, man. Touch my soul. And it was an animated video. Took me back to Breaking the Habit. Also, shout out Britney Spears with Break the Ice. I don't know what it is. You put in break in a goddamn thing, you might as well have an animated video. That's a different conversation. Kilo. Elijah, name, surname, creator, Vaughn, Kanye, David. Oh, wait, did David box in the bill? I thought I saw David. What is going on? What's going on? Rated Easy E. How is it going? How's it going? Damn, Tom the Simp said he always going to be simp until he die. Come on now. Kamarka said, wait, a new Linkin Park song? Yes, they dropped the new song yesterday. They dropped the new song. I saw they were trending on Twitter, and I said, why are they trending? And then I opened YouTube, and I looked at my notifications, and there it was, Lost, Linkin Park. I said, shit. And then it starts out, you hear Chester saw your voice, and it's like, shit. You had to hit pause. I hit pause for like 48 seconds, bro. I was sitting there like, come on now. Come on now. But what's going on, y'all? Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. First and foremost, it's only right. I haven't had a beverage since I had that doggone stomach, virus. But damn it, it's only right. We back on Hot Mic. Got to take a shot. Jerron Efro said, band or artist, dead or alive, I wish did a halftime show. Linkin Park by far. Linkin Park by far. Michael Jackson had done the halftime show. Of course, I wasn't alive to see it because I wasn't born yet. But I did watch that back. Prince, really enjoyed that. A shit ton of different, artists or bands have done the halftime show. But I without question, no hesitation, Linkin Park halftime show, fam. I'm going to the Super Bowl. I'm not going to be one of those, I'm only going for the halftime. No, fuck out of here. I love football. But don't get me wrong. But come on now. Linkin Park halftime show, sign me up. Cheers to Hot Mic, goddammit. All right. I was going to smoke a cigar on stream tonight, but I'm going to do it tomorrow after the Super Bowl. We're going to have to smoke on whatever pack of the team that loses. But, yeah, Linkin Park. Oh, shit. Tupac. That'd be interesting. Tupac, Biggie. That would be interesting for a halftime show. That would be something. But, yeah, Super Bowl 57. First and foremost. Oh, wait. Give me a second here, because how can I forget? One quick word from our sponsor. Wait a minute. If you guys haven't downloaded the Underdog Fantasy app yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. I've collected so many W's, they might subtract the letter from the alphabet and hand it over to me. I'm up $3,500. Big money! So what are you waiting for? This Thursday, Underdog is gifting you a free square for Jalen Hurts higher than half a total yard in the big game. Make sure you click the link in my description, download the Underdog Fantasy app, use the promo code Adonis, participate in the pick'ems. We already know it's done wonders for me. I'm sure it'll do wonders for you. And keep in mind, it will match your first deposit up to $100 only on Underdog Fantasy. Make sure you let them know I sent you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They got that big money deal for Jalen Hurts, and I want you to see right now. This is the pick'em that I got for Jalen Hurts bonus. So if you guys haven't already, click the link in my description, download the Underdog Fantasy app, use the promo code Adonis if you guys have not already, and they'll give you a free square, because truly, all Jalen Hurts has to get 1 yard, and you got a lock, right? Now, granted, there is no insurance on this particular, pick'em slot, especially when they are boosted, but consider the wager, 20 that can turn into 400, so make sure you guys go and participate there. And remember what I said, I would do something relatively crazy there on the Underdog Fantasy app for the Super Bowl. So here's what I did, right? You guys remember the winnings that I had. So we're going to wager one big wager here. We're going to do $350, but this time we're going to do it with insurance, right? Chance to win $3,500. See, what originally, remember, I said, man, what if I were to scrape together the unchiseled Adonis bank account information, then take $2,000, because remember, the max that you can, wager is $2,000, and the payout is $40,000, right? But why would I do that if I can't put myself in a situation where there can be some sort of insurance so I don't find myself, wagering $2,000 and now I'm one, leg short Adonis? I don't want to have that happen. I'm going to be sick, right? But with insurance, the max that you can wager is $350, and the biggest payout being $3,500. So here's what we're going to do today. We're going to do something crazy. We're going to wager $350 on a 5-leg pick'em to win $3,500. We're going to do the pick before the Super Bowl tomorrow, because I don't want to do it tonight, because I may change my mind on it. But we're going to do it. We're going to do it tomorrow, and we're going to wager $350 to try to win $3,500. Now, you could hope me, wish me good luck. Hopefully things go in my favor, but if it doesn't, I'm going to be hurt. It's $350, man. It's crazy. You know how deep into my mother's purse I had to dig to get my hands on that cash? It's ridiculous. Mike 201 said, good to see you again, brother. Favorite WWE SmackDown versus Raw 2007 by far. Has it, and I tell you the truth, I have to play 2006 because I always said it was 2008 always followed. Actually, no, it was the original SmackDown versus Raw, then 2008. But a lot of people say 2006 is probably, if not better than 2007. It was right there with it, and I cannot for the life of me remember 2006. I know I've played it, but I cannot remember the game. So I've probably got to play that, and I have the game. Like, I forgot that I even had it. So I have to play it once more so I can say if that's there. But SmackDown SmackDown versus Raw 2007. That is my favorite. Hasn't said Underdog Fantasy must be nice. Stairs motherfuckingly in Michigan. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. But here we go. Super Bowl Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday. Oh, wow. A lot of people have a bunch of different things. Malone said, do I believe in aliens? No, I don't. But I do believe there are other humans. But I don't believe in aliens. I'm not going to go that far. Oh, wow. Jerron said, how do I not say Britney Spears? Well, see, the thing is now, it's not that, I wouldn't mind if you know what, you're right. I can't sit here and try to refute that. So it'd have to be Linkin Park and then Britney. And you know what? Nah, I'd go Linkin Park first and then Britney Spears second, because if I'm going to be in the fucking mood for football, Britney going to kind of bring you down. Oh, wow, this is great. Woo. It's not going to get, yeah, for the fucking Super Bowl. I want to listen to fucking Linkin Park first and then give me Britney second. So it'll be Linkin Park first, Britney second. You're right. I appreciate you checking me on that. Now, oh, wait, Akira Troops, how you been? Akira Coops, pardon. How you been? For 500 said, I ain't gonna be a fool here. Give me the Chiefs all the way. Now, and Frilly put two on it. Said UFOs being shot down in Alaska and Canada, no fly zone in Montana. It's time. Oh heavens! Wait a minute. What was that episode of Family? Oh no, not Family Guy. South Park. The Goobacks are here. So we shall see how that all plays out. Braylon said, what would my WWE theme playlist consist of? My WWE theme playlist. I mean, there's a shit ton. I actually have one on Spotify. It's not mine, but it's somebody else's. So of course you got to start out with like Batista, then you got Randy Orton, you got Triple H on there, Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Undertaker's Attitude Era theme, Shawn Michaels, The Wolf Pack, NWO. We gotta have DX on there. Io Shirai, or Io Sky, gotta have that there. Sasha Banks, all her doggone themes, gotta have that on up in there. Shit, there's a whole lot of it's endless. The list is endless. You can't not have the Four Horsemen theme song on there. Like, come on, we're gonna be here all day. But Brian, for 500 said, can I believe that somebody out there placed a $2,500 bet for the score to be 0-0 at halftime tomorrow? The payout would be $625,000 if it happens. Now, here's the interesting thing about that. I would not be surprised. Actually, no, I would be surprised. Let me take that back. I would not be surprised if it's a low-scoring game. 0-0, I think that's crazy because if both teams are coming to a stalemate, somebody's going to crack and get into at least field goal range. But I don't anticipate a 0-0 game. So there's that. But I want to know in the comment section right now. Let it be known. I know you guys may have already wrote it earlier in the chat, but now's an opportunity to write it once more. Who you guys got in the Super Bowl? Eagles or Chiefs? I want to see it. I want to see it. Eagles or Chiefs. Matter of fact, I'll do a poll, right? Not only just type it. You can type it, but then also, oh, wait, let me close this poll because that one's already kind of closed. But see who wins. Eagles or Chiefs, right? Who wins, Eagles or Chiefs tomorrow? Let me add the poll here on YouTube. There we go. I'll be forgetting you have polls on YouTube. But Eagles or Chiefs, who's coming out on top? Who is coming out on top? Peyton for 5 said, don't ask me if I'm all right. Hell no, I'm hurt, dog. Oh, yeah, with KD getting traded. I know you sick right now. Anyway, 43,000 words down, and you're finally getting to writing the climax in the hashtag, the project. I look forward to it. I'm happy to hear that, man. Man's making progress. Remember when he had first started with this doggone, project, and here we are, that many, words later and pages later, man. Kudos to you, man. You said, hey, maybe I should write this, and damn it, you stuck to it. So I'm happy for you, brother. So here we go. Oh, wow, on YouTube, I'm seeing majority Eagles. I'm seeing majority Eagles on YouTube, but Hot Mike is leaning more towards the Chiefs. Make sure you participate there in the poll, and you write it there on the poll on who you believe will be winning here in the Super Bowl. There is no draw. It's the playoffs. There's no draw. You can't possibly have a draw in the playoffs. I can't tell you how many people I saw on Twitter or Instagram comment sections talking about what happens if there's a tie in a playoff game. There is no tie. Like, it's one thing if you're trolling, but if you're legitimately thinking that there can be a tie in a playoff game, it doesn't happen. It's like if you go to soccer and now it's the knockout stage, somebody got to get knocked out, right? So you got to go to penalties and then, go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth until you ultimately have a winner. So there is no ties. Braylon Pateno said, my WWE theme playlist consists of Chris Benoit, Triple H, Evolution, Randy Orton, Burning My Light theme, Stone Cold, Disturbed, etc. Hey, I got all of those in my doggone playlist if I had one. Isaiah said the darker QB will win in the Super Bowl. Is that Jalen Hurts? Is he darker than Patrick Mahomes? Or are they the same? No, I think he is. I think he's a shade slightly darker. Peyton done put two on and said, wait, whoa, Hot Mike is back. I'll be right back. Oh, heavens. Peyton's going ahead. He's heading over to what won him a PS5. He's heading over to what won him a PS5. Alexander said, you're betting on the best player in football, Patrick Mahomes. The best player in football? I mean, Aaron Donald did take, pretty much a year down. So there's that. Zach said, did I hear about the two the UFOs shot down? Well, just now in the chat earlier, I read of it from a brother earlier on in the chat. So I didn't know anything of it. Okay, wow. Yeah, it seems like it's majority Eagles. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it open. But from where we sit right now, Hot Mike is leaning much more towards Chiefs. 61% on Hot Mike is leaning more towards Chiefs. And then on YouTube, 64% is leaning more towards Eagles. Now, if we remember back in week 13, right, when I made my final prediction for who I believed would be in Super Bowl 57, I said it would be the Philadelphia Eagles representing the NFC, taking on the Kansas City Chiefs representing the AFC. Like I had initially predicted, here we are, right? I don't want to say initially. That was my last prediction. My initial prediction at the beginning, right before the start of the season, was the Rams repeat as NFC champions and defend their crown against the Buffalo Bills. But ultimately, that didn't happen. Now, did it? So week 13, when I made my final switch, it was the Eagles and the Chiefs. However, there was a shift, right? Because I believed that the MVP would be Jalen Hurts, and then the same outcome that has been the last 24 consecutive Super Bowls. Actually, no, 23 consecutive Super Bowls where the MVP winner does not hoist up the Lombardi. I believe that curse breaks tomorrow. Might I add, there has never been an NFL's passing leader who has won the Super Bowl the season they won the passing title. They are 0-6. That breaks tomorrow. I'm picking the Kansas City Chiefs to win the Super Bowl like I initially predicted, because I said it would be Chiefs over the Eagles. The Eagles would lose. Mahomes would win the MVP of the Super Bowl and the Super Bowl trophy alongside his Kansas City Chiefs, and then Jalen Hurts would be able to walk away with the most valuable player award. However, now that Jalen Hurts does not have that MVP trophy, it's in the hands of Mahomes and that Chiefs organization. The Chiefs seem as if they are cursed, because the last MVP to win the Super Bowl was Kurt Warner, and those St. Louis Rams, coming from the gateway to the West, became the gateway to the best team in football in '99, Super Bowl 34, taking down those Tennessee Titans led by the late Steve McNair and flanked by Eddie George. But with that being the case, history shall be made, and for the first time on this side of the millennium, the MVP winner will also win a Super Bowl. Mr. GH2 said, wait a goddamn minute. We back? Yeah, you're goddamn right we back. You're goddamn right we back. So I have the Chiefs winning this Super Bowl, right? Now, here's what's interesting, right? I mean, first, I'm not going to list off all the damn MVPs and shit, but here's the interesting thing, right? Here's the interesting thing about this particular Super Bowl. the defenses should be the story of the game. Because, of course, we already know it's going to be won and lost in the trenches. You have one of the best offensive lines in the league in the Philadelphia Eagles. You also have one of the best defensive lines in the league in the Philadelphia Eagles. They led the league in sacks, and if I'm not mistaken, have the opportunity to set the single season record, playoffs and regular season combined, for sacks in a season if they did not already break it. Because I think they went into the NFC Championship with 78, and I think the record is 84. So they for all intents and purposes, 3 sacks, if I'm not mistaken, because I think they had 4 in the NFC Championship. I can't recall. So if they did not already break it, damn, somebody said Henry's not even in the chat, and then here comes Henry. Said, "Sup, Chiseled? Tomorrow about to go crazy. Got your entire family tree locked up in the basement. Got your man cream, honey, and belts, and it's about to get nutty for real, sir." Wait a minute. On the night that we return Hot Mic, you over here talking like this? That is a violation. Where is my whistle? Where is the whistle? This is getting crazy out here. What is going on, man? That is a violation, sir. That is a violation, sir. What is going on? It's getting ridiculous out here. Call the authorities. This man needs to be apprehended. He's over here violating. We need the police.
We are the police. We are the police. The police of Haiti. The police of Haiti.
Take his ass to jail! Go to jail, you son of a bitch!
All right, hold on, man.
You go to jail. You understand? J Mega Man. Put 5 on. Say, can I present an award on the award show this year? Can you present an award? That would be interesting if we had the people, involved in the presentation of the awards. That's something to think about. That's something to think about. Basili said, what do I think about John Morant saying that they're the most hated team in the NBA right now? Well, they should be, because they never accomplished anything, but they were talking like they're the best in the league. Like, the regular season in the NBA does not matter. No, everybody and their mama know. It's not like the NFL where you have such a small period of games. Like, if you're a team, most teams regularly go to the playoffs in basketball. Unless you're a perennial bottom-feeding team, most times you'll find yourself in the postseason. If you don't make it to the finals, you don't win finals, you should never be talking. Dylan Brooks was talking about dynasty. Like, come on, man. But they've earned the right for people to sit there and say, man, I hate the Grizzlies. I understand why. You have to earn the right to be cocky. You can't just be, well, we just gonna dance, man. We run the West. We not worried about nobody. And now look at you. You lost like, 10 of their last 12? It's crazy. What's wrong with them? But here's the thing, right? The Eagles have one of the, if not the best O-line, one of the scariest defensive lines, right? But despite all of that, you have the Chiefs on the other end. They have Chris Jones, who is having, in my opinion, the best season of his career, and a Chiefs defense that is very opportunistic and can be somewhat surprising. But them against the Eagles O-line, I think they'll probably mess around and get canceled. But it's their linebackers that can make this game interesting, right? And if you look at the statistics, the Eagles and the Chiefs have damn near the exact same fucking stats, at least as it pertains to their offense, right? Here's the thing about the Chiefs defense that actually has me raise an eyebrow. If they're able to eliminate Jalen Hurts' ability to scramble out of the backfield, and now they put him in a situation where he's just got to go throw the football and he's playing just pure quarterback, Jalen Hurts is capable. But this now makes this somewhat of a different game, right? Chiefs defense, when you needed them to finally start to get home, they started to show up and they were able to apply pressure on Joe Burrow when you needed it. But granted, this is a different O-line. This ain't the Bengals banged up O-line. This is the Eagles O-line with 3 Pro Bowlers and 2 All-Pros. So it's going to be a battle in the fucking trenches. But for whatever reason, I have faith in the Chiefs' secondary. I believe that they can take care of business for the most part against a Devontae Smith, against an A.J. Brown, against a Dallas Goedert. I think they're going to be able to hold their own. Will they shut them down? No. But I think they'll be able to hold their own. It's on the linebacking core. This game for the Chiefs, it's on the linebacking core to make plays sideline to sideline. Because the Eagles, their lateral movement is absolutely insane. They can start at one point on the right hash mark and they get to the left in their positions like it's nobody's business. They move incredibly fast. It's on the Chiefs linebackers to be able to fill gaps, seal off edges, contain, and keep, the people away from the sideline. That's how they can win this game. It's on the Chiefs linebacking core to make plays. But on the flip side, for the Eagles defense, man, they led the league in sacks. These motherfuckers was getting after, the quarterback all year long. They're not terrible against the run. Fam, if the O-line for the Chiefs don't protect, this game will turn into Super Bowl 55 all over again. Chiefs entered the game against Tampa 2 years ago with a banged-up offensive line. Patrick Mahomes was the only player on the Chiefs' offense who showed up. That man was running for his life all day. If that Chiefs O-line don't fucking go out there and showcase a little bit of grit, let me tell you something right now. This game fixing to be done by the third quarter. It's going to be pain. No, but here's the thing. Kai Nod, here's the thing, right? The thing with the Chiefs playing close, you have to consider versus the Eagles smashing their opponents. The Eagles and Giants, those two teams are in two different worlds. The Giants were nowhere near as good as a football team as the Eagles. 49ers, coming into the game, they said, man, that defense is nasty. And for all intents and purposes, 49ers defense was playing good football. They were playing good football in the NFC Championship. Brock Purdy, he is a rookie. Don't get me wrong. I ain't going to be one of those people sound like Brandon Hank, talking about, man, if my quarterback never got hurt, we would have won the game. Brock Purdy and that offense, you lose your starting quarterback in the first quarter. You got to try to win an NFC Championship with Josh Johnson, the NFL slut. They were stitching that man's last name onto the jersey on the sideline when Brock Purdy got hurt. He signed a contract in between commercial breaks. And still, it was somewhat of a game until the tail end of the first half. So for all intents and purposes, it's not, the Eagles smash all of their opponents. You have to look at the context of the playoff teams that they happen to play. I'm not making any excuses and be like, man, they played against a hurt 49ers team. Because remember what I said, the 49ers beat themselves. Undisciplined football is what cost them. But you take a look at what Kansas City dealt with in the postseason. They played the Jags, okay. But Cincinnati is a team that had their number. It's very difficult to lose to a team 3 straight times, and then when you see them the fourth, you absolutely obliterate them. That's incredibly difficult. But they showcase grit down the stretch. Of course, there were some questionable, situations with the referees. Truly, it was only 2 different instances, and then ultimately Cincinnati beat themselves. But there's always going to be, you play teams differently. That's going to happen. Cincinnati, or I should say Kansas City, is battle-tested. Moreover, they've been there. You're talking about a team that's been in the AFC Championship 5 consecutive times, and now this is their 3rd Super Bowl in 4 years. Philadelphia is bringing a whole different team to the Super Bowl versus, the team 5 years ago. Of course, you got returning players that was on that team, and they're there now. But how many times have we seen a team that goes into Super Bowl Sunday with a head of steam and then they get smashed because, let's just rewind the clock. Y'all remember those 2015 Broncos versus those 15-1 Carolina Panthers? Carolina was fucking destroying everybody, right? Remember that? Cam Newton was on a tear. They were cooking everybody. Then they ran into Denver. Granted, Denver's defense is leagues better than Kansas City's defense. Leagues better. This is a completely different situation. But do not think because one team, when you look at their scoreboard and them taking care of businesses against different teams, means now, oh, well, they've been cruising through the whole year and this team had some, close victories. All of a sudden, that means the team that been cruising is automatically going to win. Football ain't like that. Football ain't like that. Football ain't like that. Kansas City and Philly, for all intents and purposes, they match up very well. They match up very well. That Philadelphia stingy secondary that takes the football away. Oh, they match up very well with that Kansas City offense, with those skilled players who can be incredibly explosive out of nowhere. Because look at it like this. With Tyreek Hill now being gone, everybody thought Kansas City's offense would slow down, right? They didn't. But now, who's the only surefire person on that offense who day in, day out, game in, game out, week in, week out is going to perform? It's really just Travis Kelce. But here's the problem. Look what happened last week. We're going to key in on Kelce. We're going to keep our eye on Kelce. We're going to try to shut down Kelce. MVS came out of nowhere and had arguably the greatest game of his career. Then coming out of the backfield, every other week, you don't know what the hell you're going to get from Pacheco. Jerick McKinnon was on a scoring streak until the playoffs messed around and happened. Juju hasn't necessarily had that huge breakout game, but he showed he can make catches in crucial times when you need him. It's been a very minimal amount that the ball's gone in his direction, but he showed you that he can make those plays when you need him to. So with Kansas City, you really don't know. Because the sure thing is Travis Kelce getting to his spots and getting receptions and picking up a shit ton of yards, and Mahomes finding somebody because he's Houdini back there. So since Mahomes is Mahomes, he can find anybody because if he continues to extend the play, and this is where the offensive line, or I should say the pass rush of the Eagles has to come into, they have to come into their own. The longer the play goes, the more it benefits Kansas City. Because when Mahomes doing all this extra stuff and things break down, Kansas City starts, the hair's coming up now on their back. They get excited because now you can't play traditional defense there. I can't just drop into a zone and stay where I'm at. People are zigzagging. They're not running traditional routes. And at that point, the moment that happens, you already know. Somebody done changed the channel. They done turned on, Sesame Street. They done turned on the Muppets. They done turned on a whole lot of things because immediately all you're going to start hearing is,
it's free real estate. It's free real estate. It's free real estate. It's free real estate.
It turns into free real estate. So essentially, the problem that the Eagles will probably run into is you got to get after the quarterback, but you got to make sure you get the quarterback down. Because if you now haul ass, rush Mahomes, but you miss, Mahomes has shown you in the postseason, in the regular season, he's not Jalen Hurts on the ground, but Mahomes can scramble and pick up yardage. Mahomes don't need to be that motherfucker who can run for 80, 90, 100 yards like Jalen Hurts can. But Mahomes can give you 50 yards on the ground, and all of those 50 yards are third down conversions. You've got a problem. AOL would say, you've got mail. But in the case of Patrick Mahomes, he's extended the play. You've got first down. And then what? What has anything in the playoffs shown us? Whoever wins on third down wins the game. Whoever wins on third down wins the game. So since that's the case, you got to make sure if you're the Eagles defense, when you get after Mahomes, you got to get that man on the ground. If you let that man scramble and he just picks up yardage here and there and here and there, he will wear down that defense because the Chiefs offense is ready and geared for those 10-play drives, just like the Eagles offense is. So ultimately, this game is going to come down to which defense breaks. Now let's flip it. The Eagles offense. you already know Jalen Hurts is going to be a problem. You already know Jalen Hurts is going to be a problem because when it gets third and short, you could just, get prepared for extra long drives. Get prepared for extra long drives. Any 3rd and 3 or shorter, I feel confident in the Philadelphia Eagles to move the chains. And Sirianni's going to showcase his huevos, and he's going to go for it on a couple of 4th downs in this game. On the flip side, looking at the Eagles' offense, you already know short yardage situations, man, I can't bet against the Eagles. I can't bet against the Eagles, right? However, here's where things get interesting. A.J. Brown, they're going to want to get the football into his hands, right? Devontae Smith hasn't necessarily been in a situation where every single week you're going to get something from him. It's kind of just like, all right, A.J. Brown, it's much more consistent with A.J. Brown than it is with Devontae Smith. But Devontae Smith is some way he could be very, very, very lethal when you need him to be. If they sleep on him, I promise you he'll take care of your secondary. That man will take care of your secondary. But here's the X factor. It's Dallas Goedert. It's Dallas Goedert. The tight ends are going to be making plays. He truly is Jalen Hurts' safety blanket. He truly is that safety blanket. He don't need to be that dude who's going 25 yards down the field. He's a pseudo Jason Witten out there. I'm going to run this 5-yard option. I'm going to run this 10-yard curl. I'm going to stop at 8 and catch it over the middle. Dallas Goedert is going to be the one for that Eagles offense. I need somebody to bail me out. Guess what? It's going to be Dallas Goedert. It's going to be Dallas Goedert. You better watch out for that man. And that's one of the reasons why I say the game will be won or lost by those Chiefs linebackers. They've got to stop not only, or I should say they've got to be able to contain, but they've also got to make sure that they take a look at Dallas Goedert and they chip that man at the line. They put some hands on that man to where the timing is thrown off, because if Dallas Goedert is allowed to just do what he got to do, man, it's going to be in his hands. No. Here's the thing with Boston Scott. I actually don't think we're going to see much of Boston Scott in this game. I think it's going to be much more heavily towards Miles Sanders, because the Eagles are going to be running screens. I think they're going to be running screens, and they're going to have a number of plays for the running back coming out of the backfield, maybe a couple of swing passes, or maybe that arrow route to where they cut out, then cut back over the middle. I think we're going to see heavy Miles Sanders in this game, and then Gainwell will probably get carries on the ground. I don't think we're going to see a lot of Boston Scott outside of red zone situations. I don't think that's going to happen. Here's the interesting thing, right? Here's the interesting thing. Expect situations, and I'm happy that you brought them up, Talik. I'm happy that you brought them up. Expect situations where you've got Quez Watkins now getting targets, and although I hope he doesn't mess around and get receptions for the sake of my pick'ems, but Zach Pascal, you might have Dallas Goedert, who's supposed to be number 3 receiver behind, he's a tight end, but number 3 in targets behind A.J. Brown, and then also Devontae Smith. Dallas Goedert, Quez Watkins, Pascal, Miles Sanders coming out of the backfield, Boston, whatever the case may be. Because here's the thing. I think this game will be won for the Eagles if those other guys get going. If those other guys get going. Because it's not going to be, it's the well-known names that's out there balling. Oh, no. Can your nickelback guard my third best target? If not, you're going to have a bad time. McDuffie, I'm happy that y'all brought him up in the comment section. McDuffie was getting cooked by Tyler Boyd. Cooked by Jamar Chase a few times that they're so happy to be out there. Didn't matter who 21 was guarding, he was getting cooked. If those nickelbacks can't guard the slot receivers, you're going to have a bad time. It's going to be people who you did not expect to have yards, having yards on your head. So for Kansas City, it's their interior. It's the linebacking core and your nickel corners, or maybe that third, not really third safety. You can't really, nobody plays that coverage anymore. But those nickel corners, slot corners, and your linebackers had better guard, or you're going to have a bad time. And then, of course, If Jalen Hurts starts running, you're going to have a bad time. If Jalen Hurts has over 50 yards on the ground, I think Eagles win this game. Yeah, when Snead left and McDuffie started getting all them goddamn, snaps, it was bad. That brother got to be on his shit because he's going to get PT. He's going to get playing time. So there's that. Oh no, I didn't miss. I was just speaking. So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna look at all the donations. So be patient on that one. But that's where I sit on that. And last but not least, special teams. Truly, I actually believe that Kansas City has better special teams than Philadelphia. Right? I like Harrison Butker a bit more than Jake Elliott. In the return game, I like Pacheco returning kicks, whether it's, kick return, and I believe somebody else is on kick return, if I'm not mistaken. Is it? Because I know Pacheco's back there on punt, and then there's somebody else who's on punt as well. I forget, son of a bitch, what is his name? It's 24. What is his last name? No, they took him off. Shit, I forget. But I like Kansas City on special teams a bit more than I do on than Philly. Yeah, Sky Moore. Thank you so much. It's fucking Sky Moore. Thank you so much. 24 is his number, right? Sky Moore. Do I think the Eagles are going to break the sack record? Yes, I actually do. Mr. GH2 said you need the Chiefs to win. Philly fans need to suffer another team being the runner-up. Goddamn, Mr. GH2 being the ultimate hater. He going to be wearing his Falcons jersey, and then the moment that they mess around and have a lead and blow it, this man's going to be hype about that. But there is that. Did I miss anything else? I do not think I did. But Aaron put 2 on, said Eagles win 37-34. Interesting. You expect that high of a scoring game. Honcho put 10 on it. Said, Chills, can we bet on the game? Since you picking the Chiefs, I will put 100 on that the Birds get it done. Okay. I mean, what the two of us bet against each other? You have to remind me tomorrow. Dwayne put 2 on, said, I think Kermit is going to win the Super Bowl. Fair enough. And Calvin put 5 on, said, besides the teams who haven't qualified for the playoffs, won the championship for said year, who else have I written in the Death Note? Well, who else have I written in the Death Note beside the teams that got eliminated? I mean, it's only the teams that got eliminated. I ain't writing people's names in the Death Note anymore. But there is that. But, yeah, so special teams, I give the edge to Kansas City. Offense, really, I should give the edge to Philadelphia. But fucking Patrick Mahomes' wild card offense is you don't know. It's I think they're stalemate there, and then the Eagles have the edge on defense. So essentially, we've got an even game, and something's got to give. And last element of everything, the referees. Refs missed calls all season long. Championship Sunday, both teams benefited from referee mishaps. For one, the Eagles should have had a turnover on downs because Devontae Smith did not catch the football, right? Devontae Smith did not catch the football. Therefore, it should have been a turnover on downs in Philadelphia football, right? But instead, referees ruled it a catch. San Francisco did not challenge. That ended up leading to a Philadelphia touchdown and the first score of the game on that opening drive. Philadelphia benefited from the refs' ineptitude. Of course, that is not an excuse for the 49ers because like we've already, agreed and like I spoke about, ad nauseum and in detail, the 49ers fucked themselves because they were incredibly undisciplined. Nobody's making any excuses here. Then, for the Kansas City Chiefs, we've already discussed where they benefited on some calls, that bullshit 3rd and 9 situation where the referee got overturned and Mans was on some, I guess we ain't going, we just going to let things move forward. But, oh, wait a minute, we actually called off the play. Ridiculous, right? But, again, it's not the referee's reason why the Kansas City Chiefs won. Why? Because Joseph Asai, what did he do? Undisciplined football. So that's what ultimately cost him as well. The referees are going to make some bad calls here and there, right? Here's the thing. It's on the teams to stay disciplined. Although we know there's a referee presence And their ineptitude all season has cost teams and benefited others. Both these teams just so happen to be on the beneficial side, right? Not throughout the entire season. It's not like the refs carry them. They deserve to be in, no, fuck the word deserve. I hate the word deserve. They've earned the right to be in the Super Bowl. However, there is an element of the referees that both teams have to be prepared for. So here's number one. The motherfuckers who are in the booth. Offensive coordinator, different sort of assistants, whatever the case may be, wherever the replays are. They have got to be on their shit to communicate to Sirianni and Andy Reid. Yo, we're throwing the challenge flag for this play. Yo, we're not going to throw the challenge flag for this play. They had better be on their shit, because if the referee misses a call, if they say this is a catch when it's clearly not a catch, and the team is lollygagging to the line and they taking time, if you are sitting up there in the office and you not taking time to stare at the review and relay the message down to the coach and say, fam, I think we should challenge this, and you don't do stupid things that cost you timeouts, you might not have no big-ass problem. And then, there's also the second element, and this has been the motherfucking crutch all season long on prime time, and I expect it to happen once more. Clock management. The end of the first half and then the closing moments of or I should say 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. If you're wasting timeouts, you're going to cost yourself the game. Unless you're in a situation to where you feel relatively comfortable. I'll talk about roughing the passer in a bit. But where you feel relatively comfortable, then if you want to waste timeouts, all right, all power to you. But you had better be smart about when you call timeouts or when you throw challenge flags. Do not fuck yourself. And move with a sense of urgency when it's time to move with a sense of urgency. Don't be an absolute dumbass. You trailing by 2 scores. You got 8 minutes on the clock, and you decide, yo, let's go on a 6-minute drive. That's stupid. Looking like Donovan McNabb in the 2004 Super Bowl, played in 2005. Wasting time. You trail by 10. You going on these super long drives and walk into the huddle. That's dumb. Move with a sense of urgency. Don't rush early, but when the time comes for you to move with a sense of urgency, you had better not be stupid. Don't be stupid. My only thing with Sirianni was at the end of the first quarter when he wasted that timeout in the NFC Championship. I had a problem with that, but it ended up working in the Eagles' favor because they kept converting on that touchdown drive, and then Josh Johnson fumbled, and then they scored again, so then they went into halftime leading by 2 scores, so it didn't matter. But I had a problem with what he did at the end of the first quarter, right? So don't screw yourself with the clock management. Now, back to the referees, right? Because the referees are going to make bad calls. For the love of God, roughing the passer, pass interference, no ticky-tack calls, please. No ticky-tack calls, please. Nobody wants to see that bullshit. Let somebody throw a flag for pass interference when it's clearly not pass interference. This is Super Bowl. You can't have these ticky-tack calls. It's got to be clear, concise, and we can all come to a consensus that there was a penalty. Roughing the passer. If motherfuckers don't get tombstoned into the ground or speared at their lower extremity, but preferably their knee or lower, please don't throw out that doggone flag. If there's illegal contact to the helmet, okay, lean with that. You know what I never liked? When somebody calls roughing the passer, but then all they say is, okay, we got a flag roughing the passer, and they don't go into detail. Like when Lawrence made contact with Kirk family members, helmet, watching the game, I said, that's a bad call. Then when I was doing the commentary, there was contact with the helmet. It was bullshit contact. It was very, very, minimal. I don't think it actually had enough effect on it to where you can throw the flag, but I understand it. If you're now announcing this roughing the passer, say, hey, there was illegal contact with the hand to the helmet, thus resulting in a roughing the passer. I think that way it's a bit more, you explain a bit more so people won't be up in arms. My God, referees, do not screw up this goddamn game, right? So, here's what my flow of the game will be. This is what I believe the flow of the game will be. Bandana for 5 said, let's talk about penalties between both teams. Eagles don't really make mistakes. They're a very disciplined football team. They're a very disciplined football team. Kansas City has had very unceremonious, mistakes throughout the season where either Mahomes is trying to play hero ball or somebody tries to do too much. But for the most part, they're a disciplined football team as well, right? But something's got to give in this football game, right? Halftime, well, nobody really worried about Rihanna. I mean, I'm going to watch the halftime show, but there is that. But here's what I think the flow of the game will mess around and be. I think opening drive, if Philadelphia has the football first, I think they're going to score. Then I think Kansas City will probably attempt to go the length of the field, get probably to around, they'll enter Philly field position, but fail to pass the 40 and ultimately have to punt. I think we'll end the first quarter with a Kansas City score to even the score at 7 apiece. Then, in the second quarter, both teams will exchange field goals on relatively short drives due to explosive plays. Now we're sitting at 10-10. Then we have our first turnover of the game. And initially, I was leaning more towards Kansas City turning over the football first. But I believe it'll be Philly, and it'll be a fumble. I think it'll be a situation where Jalen Hurts finds his person, probably A.J. Brown. For whatever reason, I think it's A.J. Brown. Try to fight for some extra yards, puts the ball on the ground. Kansas City gets the football, turns that turnover into points. They now have their first lead of the game. Now, here's the interesting thing. I'm not sure if the points will be a touchdown or if it will be a field goal. Momentum would say it would be a touchdown, but I think it will be a mess around and be a field goal. Now we're sitting at 16 touchdown, exchange field goal, 13-10, something of that nature. I think Philly's going to respond with a touchdown of their own to now lead 17-13, and then Kansas City ends the half with a field goal of their own. I think that they'll go into the break 17-16. Here's the thing, right? It sounds like it's high scoring and the defenses aren't doing what they need to do. Remember, I said there's only 2 scores in the first quarter. Philly scores on the opening drive, and then Kansas City scores at the end of that quarter. Both teams will probably mess around and have to exchange a few, 3 and outs. Defense may not show up on the stat sheet like that, but they will. Well, I shouldn't say they won't show up on the stat sheet. It won't be no turnover palooza, but they will make their presence felt. It's going to be a 17-16 with the full feel of the game. Second half is where I think things are going to get a little bit more interesting, because I think that's where a little bit of turnover palooza just so happens to happen. I think we'll have 3 turnovers in the second half. The only problem is those 3 turnovers in the second half, I think 2 will come from Philly, 1 will come from Kansas City, thus resulting in the turnover margin being +2 for Kansas City. I think there's a special teams turnover that comes from Philly, and I think there'll be a tipped interception that comes from Kansas City, and then ultimately the last, turnover will mess around and be a pick late in the game, Jalen Hurts trying to lead his team back. Because in the third quarter, Kansas City will score 2 touchdowns. That'll total, obviously 14 points. That'll give them 30. Philadelphia will score at the end of the third quarter after trailing now 30-17 after Kansas City opened up the quarter with a little bit of a, a little bit of a burst, right? So then we go into the fourth. After, Philadelphia messes around and scores. We've seen three touchdowns there in the third quarter. And Kansas City leads 30-24. It's a 6-point game. They go down the field. They kick a field goal. It's now 33-24. Jalen Hurts now with, we'll say, 9 minutes remaining. Makes things interesting. Long, methodical drive. Go down the field. They get themselves a touchdown. It's 30-33. Kick the extra point. They make things 33-31. We got a chance for scoregami, right? Kansas City gets the football back. Philadelphia messes around and gets a pair of sacks. The sacks give them the sack record. They give the ball back to Philadelphia. They got to get back in field goal range. This is where the tipped interception happens. Jalen Hurts under duress. Chris Jones happened to get past Jason Kelsey, wherever the case may be. Creates enough of disruption to where Jalen throws off his back foot. Ball get tipped by somebody right into the hands of Kansas City. They now have the interception and the ball at about midfield. Philly has 3 timeouts remaining. Kansas City only needs to go 27 yards to get into field goal range. Mans sets up Harrison Butker to make the field goal. They waste all of Philadelphia's timeouts. They kick the field goal through the uprights, and it's good. Score now is 36-31. Advantage, Kansas City. Philadelphia now, in a situation with 52 seconds remaining, has to go 71 yards to find the end zone to win the game. They try to play the sidelines here and there. Jalen Hurts scrambles here and there. They get to around the 46-yard line of Kansas City, but now they're running low on time. About 17 seconds remaining. Dallas Goedert's the only guy who's able to get open over the middle. He gets tackled. They got to rush to the line to go and get a spike. They're now at the 34. 34, they get the spike. They're down to 9 seconds. Jalen Hurts rifles it towards the end zone. Incomplete. They're down to 5 seconds. Now they got to take a heave for the win. Hurts takes the snap, rolls towards his right. Desperately trying to find somebody. Kansas City's pass rush is virtually not there. Hurts continues to extend the play. Rolls right back towards his left. On the right hash mark, rifles it towards the end zone. The pass is in the air. It seems as if it's in the air forever. Gilly the Kid runs onto the field. No, it's not happening. Pass is sailing towards the end zone. He's trying to find A.J. Brown. And of all people, McDuffie bats the ball down. Kansas City wins Super Bowl 57, 36-31. And the Chiefs are now 3-time Super Bowl champions. And Philly goes home rather upset because Andy Reid happened to beat his former team. And I think that's how it's going to mess around and go down. Gilly the Kid's not going to rush onto the field. But I have Kansas City winning this game 36-31. It's going to have offense. It's going to have defense. You will have special teams woes, and it's going to come down to the wire. I have Kansas City winning this game 36-31. Juju gets a game-winning touchdown, says Greg. Interesting. In a perfect world, that's how I think the Super Bowl would go down. You have Philly looking very confident early. They go into halftime with a lead. They're up by 4. No, they're up by 1. Sorry. Come out in the third quarter flat, but Kansas City comes out in the third quarter very hot. They get stuff going. Philly starts to fight back, but Kansas City has a counter. And then ultimately, when all the money is on the line, it's Kansas City's defense that makes a play with the interception that sets up the field goal that forces the Eagles to have to score a touchdown rather than a field goal, and then they come up short. That's how I see it happening. The Super Bowl MVP, I believe it will be Patrick Mahomes. And it's going to be a good Super Bowl. It's not going to be a Super Bowl in which somebody needs to put their motherfucking head back down. I don't think there's going to be one nincompoop that costs, whichever way that things go. I don't believe there's going to be one nincompoop who costs their team the game. I think it's just going to be a matter of two teams battling it out. And then ultimately at the end, one team came out on top. And I believe that team will be the Kansas City Chiefs. That's the way I see it. That's the way I see it. Now, on YouTube in the poll, y'all don't see it that way because still 59% is still rolling with the Eagles. And on Hot Mic, now 54% is rolling with the Chiefs. So Hot Mic is leaning more towards Chiefs. YouTube is leaning more towards Eagles. One way or another, I'm looking forward to an incredibly exciting game. Do I see any possible field goals being missed? In Arizona, I don't think so. I think the field is I think the kickers will be relatively comfortable on that field, so I don't envision circumstances where field goals will be missed because I don't think we'll see field goals from more than 45 yards. I don't think so. I think the longest field goal we'll see is maybe a 41-yarder. So I think we shall see cheeseburgers, raining from the skies as Andy Reid walks away a two-time Super Bowl champion. Actually, no, three-time Super Bowl champion, because if I'm not mistaken, Andy Reid was on the staff of those 96 Packers, was he not? I think Andy Reid was a quarterback's coach or offensive assistant on those 96 Packers with Mike Holmgren and those guys. I think he was there. Yep, he was there. He was a tight ends coach. He was on that squad. So yeah, he's already a two-time champion. He will now become a three-time champion. It's crazy to think he's only been the coach of the year once. That's crazy. He's got those other coach of the year awards, but they ain't gonna count. Damn, Big Red. So I look forward to a very, 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 very good game. And unfortunately, Jackson Mahomes is going to be absolutely, ridiculous. So nobody wants to see that. But there is that. Some say I'm in a genjutsu. Do I see more than 3 field goals on both sides, though? Yes. Because, I would see at least, well, in Philly's case, they'd have the 10, the field goal to get to 10. And then, no, I'd only see 1 field goal from Philly, and then I think 4 I see for Kansas City. 5, maybe 5 for Kansas City. But one way or another, 36-31, I think that'll mess around and be the score. Greg says, Pickett to Pickens from Pittsburgh. Yes, indeed. But that's the way that I see it for the Super Bowl. I look forward to that. Rogie said, hey, Chiseled, been watching you since Facebook days. Huge fan. Keep at it, brother. Hey, I appreciate you. Carrie said, I can't wait to see what ridiculous and expensive Coke Kelsey spill liquor all over. I was there the first time. The second time will be even crazy. Hey, I look forward to a very, 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 very crazy Super Bowl. And here's the thing, right? Piece of me only for the selfish reason of going to the parade. If Philadelphia wins, I'm excited because I can go to a Super Bowl parade. Because Philadelphia wins, I'm excited to go to the parade because literally it's an hour and a half away drive. I went to the Philadelphia parade 5 years ago just because I had nothing to do that Tuesday. So I said, why not go to the fucking parade? Why not? And I went over there. So if Philadelphia mess around and win, I'm going to another parade. And this time around, I'm going to buy a Brian Dawkins jersey so people could think, man, he's one of us. Nah, I'm trying to enjoy the festivities. But there is that. So if they mess around and win, I'm going to the parade. If Kansas City win, I'm not traveling to Kansas City to go to the parade. I'm sorry. It's not happening. But if Philly win, I'm pulling up to the doggone parade. It's going to be crazy. But there is that. That is my prediction. That's what I believe will mess around and happen. And Travis will forever have bragging rights over Jason because he won a Super Bowl over his brother in the Kelsey Bowl. So there is that. Nelson Patuan said, do I have a nickname for Jalen Hurts? Well, Jalen Hurts. So there is that. And then Noel put 5 on it, but the message was retracted. Kenyatta said that you have a feeling that we're going to get a Super Bowl, to get the Super Bowl scoring like Philly. Perhaps. Perhaps. Multiverses, I don't know what that is. But I'm looking forward to a fun game. Carrie said, was I there? Yeah, I was at the Super Bowl 52 parade when the Eagles won. I was there. I drove for one. This back before I had my car accident. But actually, it was a month before I had my car accident because I had my car accident on the 16th of March 16th of 2018. Philadelphia won the Super Bowl on like February 5th or something like that. So it was legitimately a month before I had my car accident and lost my car. But I can't remember how I found parking. I don't even know how the parking, situation even operates over there. All I remember was I found a spot after searching for like 10 minutes, parked the car. No, I didn't know what those, like, you have to drop a location on the Google Maps and remember where shit is at. No clue how any of that operated. Legitimately parked, remembered the restaurant, didn't even remember the name, just remember what it looked like, and just started walking. I don't know how I found my car with Sister Adonis when we were coming back. Shit was crazy. I don't know how I found the car afterwards, but I was there. But here's the only downside. There's low key why I wouldn't mind if Philly wins. When I did go to parade, I didn't buy a cheesesteak out there. I bought a cheesesteak when I went to Philly again in 2019. But I think it probably would have been hitting if I got the cheesesteak during the doggone parade. Like, I didn't understand. It completely slipped my mind. I got to go back and get myself a cheesesteak. So I gotta go do that. That's gonna be fun. But I look forward to a very exciting Super Bowl. We're going to do ourselves a little bit of a giveaway. I'm going to go live maybe 30 minutes to 45 minutes before the game just so we can set the stage for what's going to happen. And, of course, it's going to be the last NFL stream for, this particular season. So there's no reason to go live, like, right as the game is starting. I think it'd be much more beneficial to go live way, way before. But, I'm looking forward to a very, 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 very fun game. Peyton said Mans was about to city bike all the way back to New York. Shit, nah, hell no. I was going to find my car. But you know what's funny? I actually still, you know what? After I told the car, I was supposed to give it back. This is my other, like, I still have the backup key. The main key, I don't have it anymore. But this is my backup key for my old car, right? Because I had a Honda Civic, 2001 Honda Civic. There's the backup key. Mind you, this is a car that doesn't have an alarm. This car don't have an alarm. I love how I just have it readily available right here. But I remember one day I was driving my dad's car down Ocean Parkway. I could have swore I saw my old car like parked somewhere. If I had the key with me, I would have tried the door. I maybe would have got shot that night. That shit would have been crazy. But I didn't have no alarm on the car or nothing. My dumb ass is like, all right, cool. I just remember what the canopy of the restaurant, the storefront, looked like. I'm just going to find a car like that. It was ridiculous. I don't know how the fuck I found it, but I did. Mark Jackson Patuan said, thoughts on Daboll getting the Coach of the Year? Doug Peterson, I think I would have, boy, you can't go wrong with Daboll. I liked Peterson and Kyle Shanahan a little bit better, but I'm not upset about Daboll getting it because I understand. But me personally, I would have leaned more towards truly Peterson number one, then Shanahan, and then I would have Daboll third. But I don't have a problem with it. Peyton said, how the hell do I just have a key to the car that's sitting in a box at the bottom of the ocean on the ready? Yeah, man, I keep it with me. Like, legitimately, my brother, my dad had a Mitsubishi Montero. I think that's what it was. Was it Mitsubishi? I think it was Mitsubishi Montero. No Little Nas X. But the car was red. Somebody tell Sam Smith, well, honey, hot tub when it's getting hot. But we still keep copies of the keys for whatever reason. I think we're low-key hoarders. I can't even really say low-key. I think we're high-key hoarders, something of that nature. So there is that. Kenyatta said, do I know why? You know why I think the Eagles are going to win? Because, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't the Philadelphia Phillies go to the World Series? I think they did, but I don't think they won. They did, but I don't think they won. Yeah, Draco, Joey, you damn right. It is a bit demonic. I don't know what the hell they were doing at the Grammys. That shit was crazy. Kamarkin said, you thinking about buying those Astro Boy boots? Don't do that. You're going to look ridiculous. I bet the inside of those boots stink. But we're not talking about that right now. KT Chris said, tomorrow, who's going to get 27 on the Super Bowl? The first team to 27 is going to be the Chiefs, but it's going to be 30. They're going to score. And then pass there. So there's that. Greg said, not being biased, but I think George Pickens had the catch of the year. I actually disagree because it's a hell of a catch, but Justin Jefferson, 4th and 18. Come on now. You can't beat that. Oh, and stay tuned. Chiseling. I said chiseling. That as well. But the Chiseled Adonis Awards, like I promised, is going to be 2 weeks after the Super Bowl. I really, really wished I could have done. The goal was to see if I could mess around and do it early. So I would drop the Super Bowl commentary on Tuesday instead of Monday. And then I would drop the Chiseled Adonis Awards legitimately on Monday. But then ultimately what ended up happening at the tail end of this week forced me to not have the time to mess around and, go through all of the damn awards and everything. So we'll have to take the next 2 weeks to go and get all that stuff situated. But stay tuned for that. It's going to be fun. I really don't want it to be 2 hours like it was last year. But, hey, who knows? Did people even watch last year's one? I'm curious. I have no clue what the views look like. Maybe I'm the worst content creator out here. Man, how many views did you get on that video? Fam, I literally just post because I enjoy it, man. Let me see. Like, God damn! 309,000. Wait a minute. What? 309,000? Oh, my God. Every year more people. What is going on? I am legitimately shocked, surprised. 309,000. God, I'm impressed. That's crazy. This is 2 hours and 30 minutes. What? 309,000? Man, shout out to y'all, man. That's dope. And keep in mind, like I always say, fam, people be thinking I'm getting paid on YouTube, fam. There's so many copyrighted material, it's ridiculous. How cool is that? How cool is that? 309,000 on the fucking 2.5 hours. That man, I appreciate it. God damn. I didn't notice. I thought I probably had like 40,000 views. Man, that's cool, man. Hell, 40,000. I appreciate 10. 309, man, that makes me feel good. That makes me smile. That's nice, man. I appreciate y'all. That's dope. Yeah, that is dope, man. Shit. I'm getting emotional. But so tomorrow we will be live for the Super Bowl. Get ready for the Super Bowl. Probably total time might be 3.5 hours because I'm gonna probably stay live through the halftime show. So I'm gonna eat a boatload of food before I go live. Because I don't envision a circumstance where I'll leave for halftime and come back unless I'm incredibly parched and or hungry. So there is that. But ultimately, my score prediction, Kansas City over Philadelphia, 36-31. That is my prediction. And, by the way, next week, I was going to go live for Elimination. For one, I didn't even know Elimination Chamber was next week. I thought it was just going to be the New Japan on pay-per-view, and then the week after would be Elimination Chamber. So WWE wrestling as a whole just screwed me because that's All-Star. So I'll be live for the NBA All-Star game on the following Sunday, but I am sick about actually wait, let me see. When is I hope NBA All-Star weekend. Let me see. Start 2023. Is it next week? It is next Sunday. So I will be live next Sunday for the All-Star game. But Saturday for Elimination Chamber, I won't be live because I'm legitimately going to be sitting here watching it, but I'm going to have a little bit of a watch party here with some people. So at least I can, I won't be live for Elimination Chamber and ultimately All-Star Saturday night, but I will be live the following day to discuss everything that transpired. I watched SmackDown before I went live today, so I'll talk about that tomorrow. So there is that. But K-Dubs, and I'm underrated. Hey, man, I appreciate you. Kamarka said, I'll see the Burger King commercial tomorrow during Super Bowl. You're going to lose your damn mind. Oh, we will. Actually, let me write that down because when we're doing the giveaway for tomorrow, I want Burger King to be one of the polls. So how many Burger King commercials? So that's going to be fun tomorrow when we get ready to go live. So look forward to that. But Super Bowl Sunday, man, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And then ultimately for the Chiseled Adonis Awards, I'll make a video, promoting the different sort of categories. And then I will also give you guys the floor for, new categories that you want, thrown in there as well. Doritos commercials, well, we shall see. Peyton done said first to 157, get it right. Well, there it is. We shall see. But yeah, man, this dope. We back on Hot Mic. Stay tuned tomorrow. If you guys haven't already, the link is also in my description. Download the Hot Mic app. Use the invite code Adonis. If you guys haven't already, and then download the Hot Mic app. Make sure you follow me on the app as well. But we will be doing a giveaway on Hot Mic tomorrow, and then also on Underdog Fantasy. If you guys did not hear the promotion earlier, let me play the advertisement once more for you. Wait a minute. If you guys haven't downloaded the Underdog Fantasy app yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. I've collected so many W's, they might subtract the letter from the alphabet and hand it over to me. I'm up $3,500.
Big money!
So what are you waiting for? This Thursday, Underdog is gifting you a free square for Jalen Hurts higher than half a total yard
In the big game.
Make sure you click the link in my description, download the Underdog Fantasy app, use the promo code Adonis, participate in the pick'ems. We already know it's done wonders for me. I'm sure it'll do wonders for you. And keep in mind, they will match your first deposit up to $100 only on Underdog Fantasy. Make sure you let them know I sent you.
So, with that being the case, make sure you guys, if you haven't already, click the link in my description, download the Underdog Fantasy app, use promo code Adonis if you have not already, to make sure you have a chance to win big. Because tomorrow we have big wagers, $350 for $3,500. I will be wagering with an opportunity to win big money. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you go and participate. I've already got my, lock for tomorrow to see if that works out. I got Zach Pascal obviously not being productive, Travis Kelce having at least 80 yards, Patrick Mahomes going over 314, Jalen Hurts, obviously that is the give me. All he has to do is gain one total yard, and then ultimately Miles Sanders not running the football that many times, and perhaps I can win myself 400 Dura. I've won over 3,500 throughout the entirety of I should say midway through November up until now. I probably would have been over 5 Gs, or maybe even pushing 6 or maybe 7 had I started at the beginning of the year. So if you guys haven't already, click the link in my description, download the Underdog Fantasy app, use the promo code Adonis if you have not already. Mess around and win a little bit. All right, said, you acknowledge me. I appreciate you. So tomorrow, Super Bowl Sunday, I am excited. Mark Jackson, Patuan said, would I be live for this year's WrestleMania? Yes, I will be live for both days. Eugene Patuan said, Chiefs win. I will do a Buffalo Wild Wing challenge. Well, I look forward to that as well. I'm sure you're going to enjoy yourself. You can't go wrong with no wings. Cannot go wrong with no wings. But ultimately on Hot Mic, they are still leaning more towards Chiefs. And on YouTube, they are leaning more towards Eagles. But we shall find out who is the head honcho of the NFL tomorrow. Big Humfer said, what's the most out-of-pocket thing I've ever seen in my life? The most out-of-pocket thing I've ever seen in my life? I've seen a homeless man beat off on the train. I've seen a homeless man beat off on the train. Remember, I got on the train, and this man was just in the corner, just polishing the pole. I said, all right, yeah, I ain't gonna sit over there. Let me go to a different card. Let's see. I've seen a woman poop in between carts. I remember when I was in high school, before they closed the doors on certain, like when you're on like the Q train and those kinds of trains. Well, not really Q. I can't really say that. On one of those newer trains where you could just walk from car to car. The older style trains, they kind of locked those doors so you can't walk. But before they did that, because I believe they locked it in 2010. Before they did that, I was on the B train. I was going back to go to my connecting bus, and I remember I had opened it, and there was like this lady just taking a shit, like right there. And I remember I opened the door. I'm like, all right, so close the door and just go right back to my damn seat. Like, all right, well, this is what we're gonna be doing. So there's that. Both of those, ironically, are on the train. So I've seen a dude beat off on the train, and I've seen a lady take a shit in between cars. Other outlandish things that I may have seen with my own eyes. Boy, things escape me. What else have I seen? That's something to think about. It's gonna be on my mind all night. It's about to be on my mind all night. God damn. Yeah. New York City, it could be real shitty. I seen an old lady get hit by a car in front of me. Quinton and 17th Street, 1 block away from Kings Highway Station. I was biking to the train station, and I had to lock up my bike so I could go take the Q train to go to the city, transfer at the path to go somewhere. And actually, let me see. Where's my other phone? Where's my old phone? Shit, I think it's in the other room. I would pull up, see if I had the text messages when the old lady got hit by a car. I think the Uber driver made a violent left turn. He was coming down 17th to turn onto Quinton. I think he had to pick up somebody from the train station, and he hit this lady, and she flew like maybe the distance of 3 yards and then hit the floor. She appeared to be fine after the fact, but then there was a spectator who was like, no, stay on the ground. We're going to call the police. So I saw her get hit by a car right in front of me. So that was interesting. That was interesting. That was maybe, it might have been during the pandemic. I think that was 3 years ago. Then, if there was something else that I seen, wild shit that I seen. I am stumped. I'm trying to go year by year. Wild thing that I seen. I think I may have seen somebody get peed on. I might have seen. Did they pee on him? No, I think they were just throwing bottles of water on him. Or did they pee on him? No. They were throwing bottles, and mans tried to pretend as if he was peeing, but he was really throwing a bottle of water on him. So, yeah, I can't say they seen somebody get peed on. In high school, somebody got beat up. He was getting jumped. They started pouring water on him. One person ultimately tried to scheme and stuff. Have I nearly died? Numerous times. Yeah, I think I'm stumped on that. Craig Pafavon said, Bella Twins in the new 2K games. I know you not getting. Oh, of course not. I'll send the Brie Bella entrance vid. Somebody tagged me on Twitter, and I blocked them. So there is that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Shohan said, you remember when you said the Lions would be in the Super Bowl contender, but I said it was a reach, but certainly be a contender by then. Do I still think that? I said that the Lions would make the playoffs for this season. I said it depends on when you said the Lions would be super. Well, for one, playoff, being a playoff team and being a Super Bowl contender are two different things. You could be a team that goes to the playoffs, doesn't make you a Super Bowl contender, despite the fact that you will be contending for the right to play for a Super Bowl. So I still hold up the ideology of you're wilding. The Lions are not yet a Super Bowl contender, but they can be a playoff team. I predicted that they would be a playoff team, and they came one game short. And it was a flip because I said Jacksonville would come one game short of the playoffs and the Lions would make it. Ended up flipping where Jacksonville made it, and then the Lions were one short. You said, you said 2024. See, now Super Bowl contender 2024, I don't know, but they definitely will be a playoff team. I believe that they will be a playoff team, and truly, all things considered, I think the Lions can mess around and win the NFC North. Riley said you landed here in NYC today, and it's crazy. Yup, it's going to be wild, man. It's going to be wild. Get ready to see crazy shit, man. Get ready to see crazy shit. Get ready to see crazy shit. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. I don't think there's another wild thing that I can think of. I think that's it. But yeah, that's my prediction for the Super Bowl. I have Kansas City winning 36-31. And the Eagles have a chance to mess around and try to win down the stretch, but unfortunately, they come up just a little short. Right now, it is, wow, it's 11:58. It's about to be fucking midnight right now. I'm fixing to go to sleep and get well hydrated. I'm going to go to the gym in the morning, have myself a little good time, and then ultimately we're going to have a great, great, great Super Bowl Sunday. Excited for Hot Mic. Make sure you guys are on Hot Mic to participate in the giveaway. I will, give you guys a chance to go and participate, hence why I'll go live, maybe about 30 minutes before the Super Bowl begins so people will have an opportunity to go over and participate. Big giveaways, that's going down tomorrow, so make sure you guys are here. And, hell, if you guys got a party going on inside the house to watch the Super Bowl, hell, crack open, a laptop, iPad, tablet, phone, whatever the case may be. Put on the Chiseled Adonis commentary. Have your people tune in. Hell, even if they want to listen to the regular commercials or the goddamn, commentary on the screen, just have me in the background just talking shit. I promise you they will enjoy being in your presence a little bit more. I have been your host, the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the Chiseled Adonis, and we are T-minus 16 hours. Actually, no. It's not 16 hours. We are actually, no, it's 18 hours, 18 and a half hours away from Super Bowl 57. And when it goes down, that will be, unfortunately, be the last game until kickoff. So, LeBron. Actually, no, not LeBron. Don't take us out. We don't need LeBron dancing. He already had his time to dance. Fuck it. We're going to go straight to Eddie Murphy. It's time to sleep. Y'all have yourselves a good night. I shall see y'all. It's 15 and a half hours. What is this? Because the game is at 6:30. So 12 hours from now is going to be noon. And then 12 plus 6 to get to 6 o'clock is 18. And then half an hour. So, yeah, it's 16 and a half. Is it not? Am I tripping? 16 and a half. Whatever the case may be. I shall see you guys. Actually, no. We're 16 and a half hours away from the Super Bowl, but then we're 16 hours away from the following stream. So we're not here to do math. Whatever the case may be, I'll see you guys at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. Eddie, take us out.
Good night. Suck my dick. Bye-bye.